Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for DeMar DeRozan.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now Sacramento starting five. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Levine is out there with DeRozan. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Murray, and it's small forward. And for the Nets, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the three, the small forward. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Now, DeMar DeRozan operating on the interior, so savvy, so crafty.
Johnson outside. Pass to Claxton. And here is Thomas. Sabonis grabs the board. Thomas against Levine. Driving in. The shot's good.
When you think of Zach LaVine, his athleticism pops, right? This guy off the drive, so hard to guard.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Thomas. Over in the corner, Williams. Johnson, a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Kings. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, they did not necessarily a way they would have drawn it up, but they did get the job done a lot tighter than they wanted. But mentally, sometimes that can also give you a boost when you can win when you're not at your best.
Offensive rebound outside for Thomas. Open jump shot off the mark.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Brooklyn's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Johnson with the stuff.
Size and athleticism by Cam Johnson. How about that vertical?
And here's DeRozan. And he just worked New York in that last game. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Over Thomas. Again, the miss by the King.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Kings, a season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now here's Levine. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. DeRozan, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now, here is Russell. He had 13 points in the win against Miami.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's LaVine following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. Great D that time from Johnson.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. Pass to Russell. To the paint. The shot's good from Claxton. Claxton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
And here's LaVine, who brings it up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing here by 8. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's LaVine. The rebound by the Nets. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Now here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami. Russell against Sabonis. Johnson for 3. Sabonis grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
LaVine against Russell. Sabonis inside. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And it's Russell missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's Johnson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for Johnson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And Brooklyn making a change here. Sharp's checked in. Malik Monk, he's checked in for the Kings. The Kings trail by 10. DeRozan surveying the D. Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. Here's DeRozan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 7.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And the Nets with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. Williams against DeRozan. Pass to Claxton. Jacks up a three. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
To the middle. Trying to find Valanciunas. It's to him.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
Now, here is Russell. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Paxton a screen on Levine. 6 to shoot. Russell against Levine. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Russell missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Levine with it. He's picked up by Russell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
Free throw good, Levine. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And so Levine nails both of them. Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Levine with it. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by Levine. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game. So it's Brooklyn now. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Claxton for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Here's Levine. DeRozan with it. He's guarded by Williams. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
And looking now at some numbers for D'Angelo Russell. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 11 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not his best production, and I expect him to break through and get back on track soon.
I think he's been pressing a little bit too much. He just needs to relax and let the game come to him.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mann's checked in for Williams. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Cameron Thomas. Pass to Valanciunas. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Russell passes to Sharp. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
DeRozan for 3. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Jay Crowder's checked in for the Kings. Brooklyn leading by 6. Nets passing it around. Paxton, a screen on Crowder. From the stripe. Rebound by the Kings. Now Monk. Still yet to score. And he banks in the layup.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Nets shooting 45% for the field early. Pass to Russell. In the corner, it's Melton. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
The Kings trail by 7. And here is Monk. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Shot clock at 6. Driving the lane. Here's Sabonis. The rebound by Sharp. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Melton. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis has filled out his frame, and if you need some physicality around the rim, this guy is willing to do it.
Monk against Melton. Outside Russell. Melton sets a screen for Russell. From deep. The shot, no good.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Outside Crowder. Pass to Monk. Now here's Valanciunas. He had 10 points in the win against the Knicks in New York.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Russell. And the leaderboard with some point guards who have been getting their hands dirty in the paint lately. Let's take a look at the top rebounding one guards of the last 10 games. Number 5 is Zach LaVine.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do it.
No, exactly. These guys will scrap. The majority of point guards in the league make their living strictly on the perimeter, but not these guys. They're just as comfortable down low as they are outside.
They get it again. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
LaVine, the bounce pass. Monk against Johnson. Misses the 3. Brooklyn leading by 5. Johnson, that's for 2. Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Kings shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Monk, it's good.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Monk's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Melton with the ball. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Johnson finds Johnson. And here we go. LaVine heading to the hoop. And the jam by LaVine.
Now, few will be able to match up with LaVine in the open court. Fast and fluid.
Johnson outside. Sharp on the wing. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Sharp's got his third basket of the night. Got it off in time. No good there. It's been all about Cameron Johnson for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
The Kings trail by 3. We've got DeAnthony Melton. Cameron Johnson is out there with Sharp. Then it's Johnson, and it's Mann in at the 3. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Drills it from outside.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
Mann passes to Sharp. To the inside. Pass to Melton. Lock at 6. Sharp sets the pick for Melton. Nice D from Levine. Melton's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Mann. Hasn't made one yet. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Melton. Sharp with a screen on Levine. Melton finds Sharp. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Jones. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Sacramento Kings. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. The Nets shooting the ball at 42%. And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Levine. Pass to Murray. Johnson against Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Crowder. Murray for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's Melton. Pass to Sharp. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Murray. The rebound by Sharp.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
On the wing, Mann. Johnson the screen. Mann passes to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively. Bothered that shot.
Monk kicks to Levine. Monk trying to break loose. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Can't cash in from the high post. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Levine dishes to Monk. Back to Levine. The tray. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Nets trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Johnson outside. It's good. The basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Wilson, he's checked in for Johnson. And a change for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Levine against Melton. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Inside and stolen by Sharp. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Wilson. Back to Johnson. Now, man, he's covered by Murray. Sharp with a screen on Murray. Now Wilson, just 5 on the clock. They get it back. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Free throw good, Levine. And the league giving a bit more leeway, G.A., to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Now here's Levine. He's got 14. Now, man, here's Wilson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for Sacramento. They trail by 1. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be game 4 of the 6-game road trip. Here's Sabonis. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Sabonis has got 8.
Well, there's some skill and some strength involved in that play. Domas doing work.
Pass to man. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Puts it up from 17. Thomas, no good. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. On the wing, Murray. Defended by man. Now, here's Monk. On the wing, Levine. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 4-point Kings lead.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Claxton. Thomas with it. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
This is the strength we talk about when we reference Cam Thomas. It's hard to knock this guy off balance.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Sacramento.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Russell comes in for Milton. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Pass to Wilson from outside the arc. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Heat. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 19 points.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Here is Thomas. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Kings leading now by 3. Levine passes to Monk.
Hey, yo, right here.
Back to Levine. Clock at 4. From the high post. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's stolen by Monk. Driving to the basket. And then Monk with the dunk.
And Monk doesn't fool around when he's driving. He's got room to go up for the finish there, and he just lifts off with power.
Sabonis with the steal. Monk with the ball. Now Thomas defending, and it's Murray with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Williams. Still scoreless. Thomas passes to Williams. And stolen by Murray. And now the Kings fast break. There's the lob to the hoop. And that one comes up a bit short. Nets trail by 7. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Monk. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Markelle Fultz has checked in for Malik Monk. And checking out some numbers for Keegan Murray.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Williams passes to Claxton. It's stolen by Fultz. Sabonis with the ball. Picked up by Claxton. And the rejection by Claxton. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
DeRozan passes to LaRavia.
Just outstanding defense from Cameron Johnson. He's got size and athleticism. He alters the shot there.
And Williams, here we go. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to DeRozan. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 11-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Russell against Fultz. Outside DeRozan. Over Thomas. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. DeRozan's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings. Burnett shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. Pass to Johnson. Russell against Fultz. Charity stripe shot, and the shot goes down. Russell's got 5.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Fultz against Russell. Murray sets a screen for Fultz. Here's LaRavia, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for DeRozan. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 19 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And here's Russell. 5 points in the game. Pass to Claxton. Over in the corner, Williams. Knocks down the 3-ball. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Thomas against DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. Oh, he jams it right over Nick Claxton.
Well, terrific pick-and-roll action right there. The pass from DeRozan on time and on target.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Nets trail by 9. Russell feeling it out a bit. Here's Thomas. And Thomas with the stuff.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. 1:07 left in the second quarter. DeRozan against Thomas. Now here's DeRozan. Guarded closely. On the wing, Murray. He's guarded by Williams. And it's LaRavia missing. Nets shooting the ball at 42%. And the call will be against Sabonis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Valanciunas is checked in for Sacramento. Bean comes in for Markelle Fultz. Now, here is Russell. 5 points in the game. Pass to Thomas. 30 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the three. Drops in the tray. Thomas has got 10 points in the quarter.
When Cam Thomas gets going, folks, he can get as hot as anyone in this league.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of the game. DeRozan inside. Thomas covering. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
No good on that one.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
And the second free throw, good.
Now, DeMar DeRozan remains a remarkable offensive talent. He has now crossed that remarkable 20,000 career point club.
There's Thomas with the three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. LaVine for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's the Sacramento Kings holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMontis. This team was efficient in the first half. What's working offensively?
Everyone knew today was going to be a game. We all came out focused and we're playing team basketball. We're sharing the ball, and that's working for us.
You got a lot of weapons there, DeMontis. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Kings.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Zach LaVine. He's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Here's DeRozan. On the court for Sacramento. Sabonis is out there with Keegan Murray. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the 2 guard. Here's Murray, and the Kings check on 2 more.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Here's Russell. Outside Thomas. Back to Russell. Paxton a screen on Levine. Russell, no good. Kings leading now by 10. Murray, the pass to Levine. DeRozan against Williams. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Thomas's shot is off. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Murray, no good.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Johnson kicks to Williams. Russell against Levine. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Johnson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Johnson's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Domantas Sabonis. 7th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Thomas against DeRozan. In the corner, it's Levine, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Nets. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. Here's Levine. 22 points for him. Pass to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Here's Sabonis.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that one scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Williams with the steal. Fires the 3. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kick out to Levine. The 3. Offensive rebound. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Valanciunas against Russell. Outside for Murray. Again, the miss by the Kings. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. To the inside. Here's Johnson. The shot off that time. Nice D from Sabonis. Levine feeling it out a bit. Pass to DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings. Nets trail by 4. Thomas, good. Thomas got 15.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Here's Levine after the basket by Brooklyn. Now here's DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Johnson. DeRozan, that's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, the pick and roll is one of many useful tools in the handbag of DeMar DeRozan. How about their ability to be effective in that situation?
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Outside, Russell. DeRozan against Thomas. Shoots. It's hauled in by the Kings. Outside, Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Second is Nick Claxton.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Zach LaVine, explosive with athleticism, with his hops, with his ability to score the basketball.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Zach LaVine, one of the most entertaining players in the league. Boy, when he's cooking offensively, look out.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The offensive rebound. Kings leading now by 6. Sabonis kicks to Valanciunas and stolen by Russell. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Count that one. Russell's got 7.
Well, in the open floor, D'Angelo Russell understands he can be special.
Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Valanciunas with a screen on Thomas. And it's DeRozan missing. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Wow, just tremendous hustle on display from Cam Thomas in that opportunity. And you love fast break buckets. Makes the game easier.
Kings shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Pass to LaVine. Murray with the bounce pass. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Williams finds Johnson. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Johnson's got 20.
You can see when Cameron Johnson gets his rhythm, he is so effective on the offensive end.
Here's Sacramento. Outside, LaVine. Pass to DeRozan. 13 feet away. Sabonis. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Russell dishes to Williams. Back to Russell. To the middle. Here's Thomas. And he slams it down right on top of DeMar DeRozan.
Well, you love the strong finish by Cam Thomas. So good when he's getting to his game with assertiveness.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Now here's LaVine. He's got 24. Valanciunas with a screen on Russell. LaVine wide open. Nailed from three-point land. LaVine's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Thomas. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Thomas got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's LaVine. 27 points for him. Murray outside. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Thomas. For the lead. DeRozan with the rebound. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Murray. He can't get it to go. Good defense by Claxton. Knocked loose. Thomas, no luck. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. DeRozan gets the bucket.
Well, doing what he does best. DeMar DeRozan hits the afterburner on the drive, catches the defense flat-footed.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside Thomas. Nets passing it around. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. And he gets it to go. Thomas got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Sacramento making a switch here. Monk's checked in. Nets trail by 3. Russell with it. He has 7. Here's Wilson. No good on the 3. Sacramento's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. In the corner, it's Sabonis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 5 assists in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now, here is Russell. Melton kicks to Russell. There's the pick. Pass to Sharp. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Sharp's got 12.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Here's Monk. He's got 11. Outside DeRozan. Right side Sabonis. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And the confidence from Sabonis. Since being traded from OKC back in 2017, this guy has raised his level.
Now, here is Russell. On the wing, man. DeRozan defending. Man passes to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Sacramento leading by 4. And Levine, here we go. 2 points. That one goes. Levine's got 10 points here in the second half.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Russell from long range. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Free throw good, Levine. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Good on both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Nets trail by 8. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Pass to Melton. drives to the hoop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. The Nets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The first one falls. Melton hits them both. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Here's Monk. He's got 11. Pass to DeRozan. Monk against Johnson. Monk sets the screen for DeRozan. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. In the third spot, Zach LaVine.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot it.
And some changes here for the Kings. Laravia's checked in, and Murray subbed in for Domantas Sabonis. He hits the second from the line. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. Outside Crowder. 44 seconds left to play in the third. Left side LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Melton, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Here's Mann, defended by Crowder. Wilson kicks to Melton. Sharp with a screen on LaVine. Nobody near Melton. And it's Laravia with the rebound. Laravia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Murray can't connect from short range. The third quarter comes to a close. Kings lead by 7. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. It's the Nets now. They trail by 7. We've got Wilson, DeAnthony Melton out there with Johnson. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Sharp in its center. So that's the Nets 5. Kicks it out to Wilson. There's the triple. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Laravia's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Murray. Doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Melton against Murray. Gets it to go. That one good for Melton. Now Monk. Sabonis, a screen on Melton. Monk, the pass to Sabonis. A rebound by the Nets. 3-pointer. He shoot again. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. Nets trail by 5. Down low. Here's Melton. Up top Sharp. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson with a screen on Murray. Clock at 6. Man gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now, here's Monk. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Wilson grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Johnson, the pass to Sharp. Now, man. To tie it up. And he's good on the 3-ball. Man's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
The Kings have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Here's Fultz, driving inside.
Well, there is a display of fearlessness. We see this from Markelle Fultz. This guy wants to penetrate and draw the foul.
Shoot 2.
And that one misses.
Well, guys, certainly Markelle Fultz had a rocky start with his first organization, but the change of scenery has helped him immensely, and I think he's proven, while still finding his footing, that there is a place for him at this level.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Pass to Wilson. Now, here's Sharp. He's tightly guarded. Man can't hit. The Kings leading. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Monk, the pass to LaRavia. Over Wilson. Sacramento again missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Johnson. Outside Wilson. Sharp with a screen on Murray. Man finds Sharp. Nice D from Sabonis. The Kings shooting in this game 45%. On the wing, Johnson to take the lead. It's rebounded by Fultz. And it's Fultz with the ball for Sacramento. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Monk. Back to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Wow, Markelle Fultz finishing with power. This guy's confidence growing and growing.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Melton passes to Man. Sharp with a screen on Murray. Here he goes. Man can't hit.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Nets trail by 5. And here is Johnson. Pass to Melton. Can they get it? Rebound by the Kings. LaRavia's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Wilson. Williams comes in for Mann. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for DeAnthony Melton. And then for Sacramento, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. DeRozan comes in for Fultz. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Monk. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordy Fernandez's huddle. Told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over, and you need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's LaVine. It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Free throw no good for Thomas. The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Nets trail by 7. Now here is Russell to the inside. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
LaVine, that's good.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Kings leading now by 7. Bean passes to Murray. It's stolen by Johnson. Deflects the pass. Russell with a wide open look. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. And that's now 9 points for D'Angelo Russell. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. DeRozan against Thomas. Goes up on the high post. Here's Valanciunas. DeRozan for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. DeRozan's got 22.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Here's Russell, and what a great job he's doing as a playmaker out there.
No doubt about it. And, guys, the best players play for their teammates, not for themselves.
Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Russell against LaVine. Valanciunas with a screen on Russell. Out to DeRozan from past the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. DeRozan's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Kings.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Nets trail by 9. Pass to Johnson. Back to Russell. Fires from deep. They get it back. Outside Thomas. Puts up a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Thomas got 14 points now in the second half.
Never shy about letting it fly. Cam Thomas, folks.
Sacramento leading by 6. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Outside LaVine. The 3 ball. Trains the 3-pointer. LaVine's got 41.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
It's the Nets now. Russell with it. Outside Williams. Back to Russell. Lets it go from deep. Again, Russell missing. For Sacramento, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And Levine throws it down.
When Levine plays with energy, there's very little a defense can do to contain him.
Nets trail by 11. Here is Russell. Pass to Johnson. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Now, here's DeRozan. Here's Levine. Here's the 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Thomas. Rebound by the Kings. Now Levine. Outside DeRozan. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Brooklyn. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Thomas, plenty of space, and it's good off the back rim and in. Thomas got 29.
When Cam Thomas finds a look, folks, he is going to attack.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so Levine will bring it up now for Sacramento. 6-point lead. To the right side. Valanciunas finds Murray. Kings moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, that's really good work inside from DeMar DeRozan. You know, he knows how to get position where a defender is almost forced to foul him.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from DeRozan. Nets trail by 8. And Claxton throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 18 rebounds.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
DeRozan against Thomas. From the wing. It's hauled in by Claxton. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now, here's DeRozan to the paint. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Williams. Good. It's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 6th assist on the night.
I love that Cam Johnson is looking for the best shot available. What a pretty pass.
A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Sacramento leading by 4. Pass to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Now Valanciunas. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Russell. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That's on Keegan Murray.
You want D'Angelo Russell taking these shots. This guy is fearless.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive. Big time delivery from Domantas Sabonis. Okay.
Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. Takes it off the glass. Thomas got 18 points now here in the second half.
If ever there was a player who relishes the spotlight, and this moment it is Cam Thomas, folks.
Sacramento's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Russell against Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots a fader. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now, here's Thomas. Paxton a screen on DeRozan.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Double team Sabonis. Levine against Russell. Levine kicks to Murray. And that comes off the assist by Levine. And it's a 7-point Kings lead.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're behind by 7. And what's their best move at this point?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over until it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Williams for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. And here's Sabonis out to the right wing. Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. And here's Levine. Sabonis' screen on Russell. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. 4 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. And he recovers it. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We're focusing in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Zach LaVine.